Having previously discussed the self and the components of the self, which are the HLA proteins and the blood groups, so now what are the components of the non-self? The first thing you might think of is the pathogenic agents or the pathogens, which are infectious agents that enter into our body and live at the expense of our cells. These infectious agents, for sure you directly think of viruses, which are spherical, small, tiny particles. They are not living organisms. They are particles of 10 to the power minus 8 meters in diameter. They are characterized by the presence of spikes on their outer membrane. For example, the HIV virus, the hepatitis virus, the influenza virus, these are common viruses found in the world. Bacteria, having a diameter of 10 to the power minus 6 meters, which is almost equal to that of a human cell, and they are characterized by the presence of a flagellum that allows their motility. Fungi, for example, Candida, which is the causative agent of mouth lesions, and finally worms that may grow up to 1 meter or to 2 meters long. They, for example, the Ascaris and the Tania, they hook their head in the membrane of the small intestine. They suck the nutrients and they can grow to 2 to 3 meters long. Examples of these microorganisms: for example, viruses, influenza virus that causes the flu, the measles virus that causes the measles, mumps virus, the varicella zoster virus, and the human immunodeficiency virus, and they are the causative agent of mumps, chickenpox, and the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or AIDS. They are 10 to the power minus 8 meters in diameter, 100 times less than that of a human cell. And that's why they are intracellular antigen. They are capable of entering into the cell and destroying our cells and leading to their death. The bacteria, which are 10 to the power minus 6 meters, almost equal to that of a human cell. For example, the Streptococcus, Salmonella, the cholera, Vibrio cholera, Clostridium tetani, and the tuberculosis, which causes tuberculosis. Fungi, for example, they might go between 10 to the power minus 2 meters to 1 meter. Fungi, protozoans, and worms, like the Candida, the Plasmodium, which causes malaria, and the worms, for example, Ascaris and Tania, which cause intestinal infections. And we've seen that they can grow up to 3 meters tall. Now, these foreign bodies, they are referred to as the term antigens. What are antigens? An antigen is usually a molecule, a large molecule of high molecular weight, usually a protein or a complex carbohydrate, that can trigger an immune response. Example of an antigen: the antigen is a large molecule and is characterized by the presence of epitopes or antigenic determinants to which our antibodies can bind. So the antibody basically is against a certain region of the antigen, which is called antigenic determinant or epitope. Examples of these antigens: bacteria. Bacterial toxin, they are the toxic products produced by bacteria and they are the harmful agent of this bacteria. Viruses, the tumor cells, even the self, if it gets modified, is considered to be as non-self. This modification may be by a tumor transformation or a viral or cancerous transformation. Red blood cells of different blood group, they are also considered as non-self. A vaccine is also considered as a non-self. So now we know what are the components of the non-self.